call the member for Orange.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Last week, the Minister for Agriculture, Regional New South Wales and Western New South Wales, the Honourable Tara Moriarty, stood side by side with me at the Orange DPI research station to announce that regulations will be introduced in the next few months, legalising the use of virtual fencing on cattle in New South Wales. I want to thank both Minister Moriarty and the government for their support for legalising virtual fencing. This announcement is music to the ears of our state's cattle farmers. However, it's been a long process to finally reach this point and this successful outcome. It all started about 4 years ago when I had a casual chat with a New South Wales-based cattle farmer about virtual fencing, and I discovered that outdated New South Wales laws prevented our state's farmers from using this innovative stock management tool, which prompted me to act, and I've lobbied the New South Wales governments ever since. I spent countless hours consulting with experts and representatives from university research teams, CSIRO, New South Wales DPI, New South Wales Farmers Association, New South Wales Police Force, veterinarians, livestock farmers and virtual fencing manufacturers. I travelled north to Queensland and south to Tasmania, where this ag technology is already legal, to see virtual fencing in action on beef and dairy cattle farms. I have to say that it's somewhat bewildering that the very industry we all rely on for food on our plates and clothes on our backs is so overlooked. And I guess that for many, farming is predominantly conducted beyond the Great Divide and out of sight and out of mind of many metro-based legislators. There are a number of political entities which purport to represent the interests of farmers. I even hand-delivered this opportunity to a minister of the former government, but he took no step to legislate this innovative farming tool. Therefore, I resorted to personally seek legislative reform on virtual fencing. And last year, I introduced the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals Amendment Virtual Stock Fencing Bill 2023. My bill was eventually referred to the Committee on Investment, Industry and Regional Development for an inquiry, which was chaired by my colleague and fellow champion of farmers, the member for Barwon. And I sincerely thank the member for Barwon, his fellow committee members, along with those who made submissions to the inquiry into virtual fencing. This overwhelmingly supported my initiative to legalise this farming technology, and the committee's report's recommendations have now been adopted by the government, culminating in last week's announcement from the Minister. Support for virtual fencing is a no-brainer. The benefits extend to our farmers, our economy and our environment. It offers our livestock farmers a tremendous boost in efficiency and productivity. Traditional fencing is not only costly to install and maintain, but also limits the flexibility of grazing areas. Floods and bushfires exacerbate the impact and costs associated with traditional fencing. With virtual fencing, farmers can adjust internal boundaries and move their livestock with ease, reducing labour and time requirements. In light of the number of on-farm accidents to farmers and farm workers engaged in traditionally moving of stock, such as quad bike and side-by-side vehicle rollovers, this technology has the benefit of reducing injuries and death. Environmental benefits are another critical aspect of this technology. The reduction in physical fencing allows for more efficient land use, which minimises overgrazing and soil degradation, protects riparian zones and has the potential to increase carbon sequestration. A valuable fringe benefit of this fencing technology is the reduction in obstruction to the movements of native fauna and animal entanglement in fences. Additionally, the potential for innovation in livestock management is immense, with the data generated by the virtual fencing systems, updatable algorithms recognising animal behaviour. Farmers can gain deeper insights into and monitor the behaviour health of their animals. This data-driven approach can lead to more informed decision-making and improved animal husbandry and breeding programs. It is a leap forward in modernising our agricultural sector, being able to track stock, which would help farmers sleep better at night, knowing that this technology would act as a deterrent to stock theft. The benefits of virtual fencing cannot be overstated. In fact, a multi-generational Tasmanian dairy farmer recently told me that virtual fencing has been life-altering for him and his family, and that if virtual fencing had not been made available to the business he manages, he would have walked away from the industry years ago, completely burnt out. The mental health benefits are substantial, and his work-life balance now allows him to attend school events and other activities with his children. Legalising virtual fencing is not just a matter of economic and environmental progress, it's about empowering our farmers to compete on a global scale. With this regulation, our ag sector enters a new era of efficiency, productivity and sustainability. Thank you, Madam Speaker.